Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I'm prayerful that you all are having a wonderful and productive week. This is Wednesday, so we're getting to the midweek hump. As you can hear what I'm listening to in the background, Bigger by Beyonce, because we all are a part of something bigger, something that's bigger than us. We all have a gift that we need to manifest in the earth, and that is what I am talking about today, giving you all 5 steps to manifesting or mastering manifestation. That's what I want to talk about today. So I'm just going to give you all at least about 1 or 2 minutes to jump in. Everyone else will catch this on the replay. Good morning again. I am going to give another minute and then we can just jump right in. Again, we're going to be talking about 5 steps to mastering manifestation on today, simply because I believe that our lives are so much bigger than us, right? We have so much that's in us, that's resonating in us, that we have to manifest in the earth, and it's way more beneficial to others than it is to us, but it is us serving our purpose and serving mankind as well. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly on today. Um, and hopefully it would help to motivate you all to walk into whatever destinies that you have at this point not yet manifested, but definitely desire to. So that is what we're going to talk about briefly on today. I'm always excited about an opportunity to connect with other women. So again, if you want to connect with me outside of here, I am happy to. I'm here to serve. My name is Annette J. Morris on Facebook, on Instagram as well. So definitely connect with me after this. If I can help you in any way with mastering manifestation in your life, with your purpose, destiny, whatever it is, I am here to do so. All right, y'all. So I'm going to jump right in. And like I said, everyone else will catch this on a replay. Again, I am Annette J. Morris. I am the owner of Goal Getter LLC. And it's the vision of Goal Getter LLC to help women to identify their divine gifts and convert their gift into a 5 to 7 figure income generating business, utilizing the revenue from their passion and purpose filled business to leverage their lives and leave a legacy. That's most of us aspire to do as parents, as mothers, and most of my clients are mothers, are bosses, are CEOs, are leaders. And so that's what I'm always in the space of empowering women. So that we can just do way more that we want, whatever it is that we want to do with our lives, right? And so today is no different. I am here to help you all to master manifestation. I know a lot of people, because again, with me being a business coach, life coach, mindset coach, I've known a lot of people and have come across a lot of people that struggle with accomplishing their goals, whatever it is, right? And again, Goal Getter LLC is the name of my business, but it became the name of my business because I am a very goal oriented person, right? So I am one that focuses on goals. I do the vision boards every year. I do the action plans to accomplish the goals. So I'm very goal oriented, but I'm more oriented and excited about attainment of goals and not just setting goals, right? So there's a difference for me between goal setting and goal getting. And I know that a lot of people struggle with it. So for years, I would do vision board parties, and people come in and they create these beautiful vision boards, nice pictures on them, words, powerful. They leave like, yeah. And then I'll see them throughout the year and ask, like, how are things going? What have you accomplished from the vision board? And I've had people to be like, well, you know what? When I got home, I put the vision board in the back of my closet, forgot all about it. That's not going to work if it's in the back of your closet, right? Because you're not seeing it. It's not visible to you. So you're not seeing it. So that's one of the reasons why you're not manifesting it, right? Um, Also, if you don't put an action plan in place and connect it to those particular goals, then you still won't accomplish the goals, whatever they are, right? Hey, Josette, how are you? Yes, goal setting versus goal getting. It's a difference between the two, right? And so one of the things that I know that a lot of people struggle with accomplishing goals simply because it's various reasons why, right? But fear could be one of the reasons why they don't walk into it. It's various reasons why people don't accomplish goals, right? But literally, I'm a prime example that you can manifest the life of your dreams and accomplish whatever you want to accomplish when you have mastered the art of manifesting the life of your dreams, the goal of your dreams, the business of your dreams, the car, the house, whatever it is, whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you want to attain, it's attainable. It's yours for the taking. You literally have to again, master the art of manifestation. So that is why I want to talk about that on today. The very first step for me with mastering manifestation is definitely implementing positive habits, right? You have to create a space for yourself to be safe and to accomplish whatever goals that it is that you want to accomplish, right? So creating, implementing daily habits is the first start to that, right? I'll use, for example, for me, I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm not telling anybody to wake up that time of morning. If it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't work for you, that's great as well, right? But one of the consistent things that I do every day, aside from praying and read my scriptures, is meditating, right? Meditating helps me in such a way that it lessens my anxiety per day, right? Because if you have an overactive brain like me, like the brain never stops, so you can wake up with like 1,000 thoughts racing through your mind, right? But I'm sorry, meditation helps to lessen that. It also helps to calibrate me, right? So which means like my thoughts are not running all over the place after I finish meditating. I'm able to sort my thoughts. I'm able to, compartmentalize them so that I am productive throughout the day, right? So meditation is one of the tools that I utilize just to make sure that I am productive and profitable throughout the day, every day, right? I meditate 7 days a week. Meditation does not require a whole lot, right? Because literally you're sitting still, right? Whether you're deep breathing, whether you're doing a guided meditation, whatever it is, right? But it just allows you to get into your day in such a great space, right? Great space mentally, spiritually, physically, everything. Meditation is a daily meal. Absolutely, Josette. Yeah, every day. Like, so that's part of my self-care routine every morning, right? So I do recommend that you implement some type of consistent daily habit into your life, right? Me personally, my self-care routine is an hour and a half every morning, right? And I do it at 4 o'clock in the morning because I have a husband and 3 boys in the house, right? So his 2 boys, my son, we're a blended family. And it's, for one, it's all masculine energy. So I'm always excited about getting with women, right? Because it's too much testosterone in this house, right? I'm all in female. And the bad thing is that's the way I was raised, right? Because my mom had 4 boys and then she had me. So I just can't escape the masculine energy, right? So that's why I love getting with women, right? But again, nobody's awake in the house, right? It just nobody. It's just me and God and the spirit and everything, right? Just us at that point in time. Nobody's saying, "Babe, where's my wallet? Where's my keys? Have you seen this? Have you seen mine? I don't have any of that going on between 4 and 5:30. So I intentionally wake up that time of morning so that I can have my me time in my space, right? So my morning routine is an hour and a half. So from 4 to 5:30, I utilize that time to read, right? So I have my Audible books, have that flowing for about 30 minutes. I also do 30 minutes of exercise, 30 minutes of cardio in the morning, right? It's not only beneficial, and I do that after meditation, right? So exercise is not only beneficial physically, it's mentally stimulating, right? Mentally beneficial. So it benefits me both mentally and physically. Um, Prayer, reading the scripture, reading a book, meditation. I listen to 15 minutes of affirmation as well, and then doing exercise. That takes me an hour and a half every morning to do that, right? That literally sets me in a space to be able to accomplish whatever goals that I have for the day, right? It sets me in a mental space and a physical space to be able to accomplish that. So, in order to accomplish goals and make whatever I want to manifest for the day, I have to be in a space to do so. If you're not mentally in that space, again, you're not accomplishing much, right? If you don't set yourself up properly, mentally, physically, even if you're physically ill, you can't accomplish your goals, right? Because you're not in the mental space or the physical space to be able to do so. So making sure you are setting up some type of daily habits that create a space that will support you in whatever it is that you want to accomplish. That's the first step to mastering manifestation, right? Step number two is making a decision on what it is that you want. Hey, Ty. Make a decision. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you first have to make a decision on what that looks like, right? I don't care if it's something as serious as purchasing a home or if it's something as minor as buying a nice bag or a pair of shoes, right? What is it that you want to accomplish? You literally have to make a decision, right? A lot of times we struggle with that, like, I don't know what I want. I don't, whatever it is, make a decision. That's what it's going to start with, making a decision. So that's step two, deciding what you want. And I always break my goals down into pieces, right? Mainly 4 areas. So what I want to accomplish financially, right? So financial may be invest in, whatever it is, how I want to grow my business, whatever that looks like, right? Spiritually, what I want to accomplish in that sphere, right? What do I want to accomplish physically, and what do I want to accomplish mentally, right? So making a decision, you don't have to compartmentalize it like that. It's just whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life. Physically typically is, hey, Miss Deborah, how are you? Hey, um, what do you want to accomplish, right? So making a decision on what that looks like, right? And again, like I said, I have the 4 areas that I focus in. So mainly like physical, our physical goals we're gonna lose weight. We say that every year for New Year's, most of us, right? So naturally it's losing weight. My goal is not necessarily losing weight this year, but just making sure I'm at a healthy and being healthy physically, right? So doing the cardio naturally, I'm not one that overdo it, right? So I'm not gonna ever say, I'm not gonna ever eat any sweets, or I'm not gonna ever do this or whatever. I'm not that person, right? I'll sacrifice and not eat it all the time. But I mean, once a month, I am going to go grab a donut. So that's just the reality of it, right? So I want to be at a healthy range, making sure I'm healthy, have my, annual doctor's appointments, mammograms, all of those things. So I do all of those things, right? But whatever it is that you want your life to look like, it doesn't have to mimic mine. What do you want for your life, right? So making a decision on what that thing is, right? So that would be step 2 in mastering manifestation. Step 3 is simple, but a lot of people don't do it. Write the vision, right? It's a biblical principle, it's a life principle, right? Why do you need to write the vision, right? Because to make it plain for you to see, right? Because what happens when we don't write the vision, whether you write it in words, pictures, vision board, whatever it is, when we don't write it, we have a million thoughts just flowing through our mind, right? And I'm always use for example me because I know me best, right? When I don't write something out because my mind is always so active anyway, one thought will cancel another, and then I'm flooded with thoughts and don't know how to compartmentalize it, right? Once I start writing it down, I can realize like, oh, okay, this aligns with this. Now it all makes sense, right? But I can't see it until I write it, right? So it doesn't matter how you write the vision, whatever it looks like, right? A lot of times you can do it. I do encourage doing it in the form of a vision board. I do vision boards absolutely every year, right? So the last week of December, I normally kind of take downtime from working and I map out my whole vision for the next year, right? So, and I take my time with it because I really want to accomplish most of what's on the vision board, right? Um, so I take my time with it, getting an idea of, and I write out a lot of things first, right, before I even start cutting the pictures. So what do you want to look like? And remember, I told you I break mine down into 4 areas. So what do I want to accomplish in this particular area, right? And I have to sit with that because I need to know what I want to do, right? And then I'll write that out. And then what do I want to accomplish in this particular area? And I write that out. And then I get the pictures to coincide with it. So pictures, encouraging words, all of that makes it to my vision board, right? And then my strategy from there is literally putting the action plan in place on how am I going to accomplish those particular goals, right? So it's a whole strategy for me with vision boards. It's way more than just putting pictures to the board because again, there's a difference in goal setting and goal getting. Putting pictures to a vision board or a poster board, because it's not a vision board until the pictures get there. Putting pictures to a poster board is literally just you setting the goals, right? It takes a lot more than that. It takes all of the action, all of the strategies to accomplish those particular goals and bring them into manifestation, right? So write the vision. Again, whether you have to write it on a notepad, I have all type of systems in place. So I'll start with writing everything on a notepad. Then naturally we have we have our own 12-month planner. Um, and I'll map it out in the planner. I normally have it on the table right here, on the desk right here, but I must have moved it working with it. 12-month planner. We map it out in a 12-month planner, spacing it out throughout the year, whatever it is. And then every day I move from the planner to we have a daily planner as well, right? So with the action steps that would allow me to, take steps daily in order to accomplish whatever the big goals are, right? So write the vision, right? You have to write it just to make it plain to you. It's not plain to anybody else but you initially, right? Whether you share it with somebody else, whatever it is, but it has to be plain to you before you can even articulate the vision to anyone else, right? Write the vision. That's step 3. Step 4 is setting a deadline. Um, setting a deadline. It's mandatory that you set a deadline for your goal, right? Because if it's a goal without a deadline, it's really just a wish. It's not, because you're not gonna yourself mentally, spiritually, nothing is gonna gravitate to accomplishing it, right? Because you haven't given it a time limit, right? Um, so which means like you're not gonna take the necessary action. I could accomplish it next year. I could accomplish it in 10 years, whatever it is. But if you don't give it a date, like it's no urgency to accomplish it, right? So yourself is not motivated to do it right then and there, right? To take no action or nothing. So it's merely just a wish. When you actually have a goal and you are serious about attaining it, it needs to have a date of attainment attached to it, right? So I'll use, for example, if you say, um, I want to purchase a home, right? Let's just use a home. Um, and you map that out on your vision board the beginning of January, right? And you may say, well, I want to have this home by December 31st, right? You know something in you is going to start gravitating towards looking for the house, whatever it is. Where do I want to live? What area I want to live? Do I want to move to another state? Whatever it is, right? How much do I qualify for? All of these other things, right? You're going to be taking the necessary action steps so that you can have that house by the end of the year. When you have smaller goals, maybe like, a nice handbag, whatever it is, right? I mean, it's not going to take a whole year for you to accomplish that, right? So you may say, okay, well, if I accomplish this particular goal, then I'll purchase a handbag, whatever it is, right? So I give myself to the end of the first quarter to be able to accomplish that, right? Some goals are shorter term for you to accomplish, right? And then some may take a lot longer for you to do it, but they all need to have an expiration date. Like I want to write a book. I want to have the release date by whatever, right? So I'll use like my clients that I work with to publish their books. I'm like, what is the release date? Like in your mind, when you sitting at the table, you signing books at your book release event. What is the date for the book release event, right? So I make them set that as a date for the date of their book release project, right? And then we work from that. So we know it has to be finished at least a month before the book release date, right? Because we need to give time for the books to be shipped, all the other good stuff, right? Which means now you have 90 days, 120 days, 60 days, whatever it is, to get this project written, complete. We got to get it edited, XYZ. So I give them a timetable from then, right? Making them set the book release date. Um, Anything that you want to accomplish, you have to put a date to it. You just can't it can't be pie in the sky. It literally has to have a date set to it, right? So that's step 4, set a date. And then step 5, which is the 5th step that I want to discuss today, because there's definitely more steps to this process. But step 5 is actually identifying the obstacles that you have to overcome in order to accomplish that goal, right? Because there has to be an action plan in place to overcome the obstacles as well, right? So I'm gonna go back to the example of purchasing a home, right? If you say January 1st, hey, I want to purchase this home by December 31st for my family, right? Great goal to accomplish. But if you have a 450 credit score, if your score is 450, then you already know January 1st, I'm not ready today to accomplish that goal. But it can be done throughout this year. So what do I have to do? Overcoming that credit situation is an obstacle that has to be overcome, right? So at this point now you have to realize, now I have to bring my credit score up. What does my credit score need to be in order for me to be able to purchase a home, right? So, okay, 640 is the going number right now, right? So I have to go from 450 to 640. How do I make this 200-point jump in order to make sure I purchase the home by December 31st, right? Okay, understanding that that's a process. Who do I need to involve in this process to help me get, over this hurdle or whatever, overcome this particular obstacle so that I can purchase the home, right? If another obstacle is, hey, I have a job, but it's not making enough money for me to save money to make a deposit, that's another obstacle that has to be overcome, right? So now you have to figure out, how do I make additional revenue so that I can put that in a savings account so that I can have the down payment or deposit or whatever it is that I need to get into the house, right? So identifying whatever obstacles that are in your way that would hinder you from accomplishing the goals, and attack those obstacles, right? So that would be your step 5. Identifying the obstacles, identifying what you need to do or what action you need to put in place to overcome those particular obstacles. And then like the parties that you need to involve that would help you. Some things you can't do on your own, right? So you may need to contact a credit repair company to help you with credit, right? If you need additional revenue, how am I going to get additional revenue? Am I going to start my own business as a side hustle, whatever it is, or am I going to get another job, right? So if it's I want to start my own business on the side, do you have to contact a business coach? Do you know what you're doing, right? Whatever it is, right? So figuring that out, that whole process, um, and mapping it out in the strategy for overcoming those particular obstacles would be your fifth step into mastering manifestation, right? There are several more steps. We actually have an ebook that teaches you all of the steps to mastering manifestation. If you connect with me or whatever, I'll be able to get you access to that particular ebook. But we'll go over the steps again while we're on the steps 1 through 5 while we're on the line today. Creating positive habits, creating the space for yourself to be able to be successful on a daily, like daily habits that you want to implement into your life, right? That'll set you up for the success that you want for that particular day that will give you long term success, right? So that would be step number one. Step number two is just making a decision, deciding what it is that you want, right? It's I know it sounds easy. A lot of times it's not, right? Because you really don't know what you want. I know, for example, years ago when I started going to therapy, right? And then the therapist asked me like what type of things made me happy. And at that time, the real thing that made me happy was my business, right? Because my business is based on my person and passion. So I loved it. It doesn't feel like work, right? So I love it. And she was like, "Well, what else makes you happy?" I was like, she was like, "What else do you do?" I was like, "That's it." So she was like, "What else makes you happy?" And that really tripped me up for a little while because I was like, I don't know, because this is all that I do, right? So my homework assignment with her was going home and make a list of things that made me happy, right? And by the time I returned the next week, it was 3 things that I could think of, right? But throughout the years, I've been able to add to that list because I'm like, I had to sit down with myself and be like, what does make you happy, right? And just figuring that out. So figuring out what you want probably will take you some soul searching and digging to feel like, determine what is it that I really want to accomplish this year. What do I want in my life? What do I want to attract to myself? Whatever it is, right? Sometimes it takes you a little bit more work than just sitting off the top of your head, right? So figuring out what it is that you want, making a decision of what you want. That's step two. Step three is to write the vision. So whether you write it out on a tablet step by step, or accomplish or goal by goal, or you put it on a vision board with pictures and pretty words and make it really beautiful with glitter and make it pop, whatever it is. Write the vision, right? So get it out of your head, do a mind dump, and put it somewhere where you can see it and make it make sense to you, right? Also, set a deadline for each goal. So whether it's again, if it's a pair of shoes, if it's a house, if it's a car, if it's starting a new stream of income in your business, no matter what it is, set a goal to set a date to the goal and to give yourself a time frame to accomplish that in. And then step 5 would be identifying any obstacles that has to be overcome in order for you to be able to accomplish that goal, right? So the part is that you need to infuse into the situation to help you overcome the obstacles, whatever it is. Make sure that you're getting with who you need to get with and the strategy that needs to be done in order for you to overcome those particular obstacles. Okay. So hopefully this has helped you all with refocusing on the things that you want to accomplish. Y'all, listen, we have like 100 more days in this year, right? So we need to go out with a bang. We can't erase the year and be like, oh, 2021, threw us some curveballs. He threw everybody some curveballs, right? But that does not mean that you can't accomplish something else before the end of this year, right? We have 100 whole more days. Your life will be totally different from today to the end of this year, right? If you start taking action right now to manifest whatever it is, right? So I do encourage you to revisit your goals, revisit your vision board, whatever it is that you have already set up, or revisit your thought processes, right? What is the one thing that you want to and have to accomplish before the end of the year? And let's take action to getting that accomplished and bringing that into your life, right? Because whatever it is that you're dreaming of, your dream life can actually be your real life if you take the necessary actions and steps to bringing it into fruition for yourself. All right, y'all. So hopefully this has helped you all somewhat. I will be talking with you all again soon. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, discussing some more strategies to kind of help you with bringing your dream life into your real life and just mastering everything that you want in life. Hopefully this has helped you. If you all want to stay in touch with me, again, my name is Annette J. Morris on Instagram and on Facebook as well. So let's stay connected.